right, in this video, I'm going to go over solving radical equations, which is solving equations that have radicals in them, or the x is underneath a square root symbol. So let's start with this one. This one seems to be a little easier. In order to get rid of the square root symbol, we have to square it. We have to do the opposite. And the opposite is to raise it to the power of 2. Now, why does that work? Well, the square root symbol is actually an exponent. It's actually an exponent. It's 1/2, right? And when we raise an exponent to another exponent, we are multiplying the exponents together. So we have 1/2 times 2, and we get what? 2/2, right? Which is just 1. So that's how we get rid of it, because the exponent is 1, then there is no exponent, really. It's an understood one, and renders it mute. Moot? I don't know what the word is. But we have to do the same thing to the other side of the equation that we did to that side. Always remember that. So, square both sides. 3x plus 18 is what we end up with on this side. That was easy. And this side is x times x, which is x squared. Now what do? Well, we have to set the whole thing equal to 0 first, and then solve, because we have a quadratic equation. We have an x squared and we have an x. So I could just subtract both sides by x squared. That leaves me a 0 on that side, which is what we wanted. But we have this negative out front, which I don't really care for, so we just multiply everything by -1, and that changes all the signs except what's over here, because multiplying it by -1 just gives you 0. So now we factor and solve just like normal. What multiplies to get -18 but adds to get -3? I think -6 and 3, right? Yeah, -6 times 3 is -18. -6 plus 3 is -3. So x minus 6, x plus 3. We could actually FOIL this out to check my work, though. X squared minus plus 3x minus 6x minus 18. Yes. Yep, that checks out. So now we set both of those factors equal to 0. Separately, I don't know why I put parentheses around it. 0, x plus 3 equals 0. X equals 6, that's one answer. And x equals -3, that's the other one. Okay, so far not so bad, right? And we had an x squared at some point, so we should expect 2 answers. Let's actually put these numbers back in and see if they actually work. 3 times 6 is 18, plus 18 is what? Whoa, 36? Square root of 36 is 6, equals 6. Because that was just x to begin with, right? It became x squared when we squared both sides, right? Let's forget the black. -3, okay. -9 plus 18 would be 9 square root of 9 equals x. That would be positive 3, not negative 3. So I don't think negative 3 counts as an answer. So you just cross that out. X equals 6 only. That's why we check our answers. I believe positive 3 would have worked though, right? 9 plus 18 is 27. Square root of 27 is not 3. Well, okay, brain fart. Anyways, moving on. This one. Now, this one's a little complicated because you can't just square both sides. Because squaring two terms means, let's just say we were squaring x plus 3. We would get x plus 3 times x plus 3. So we would get square root of x plus 5 minus square root of x minus 3 times square root of x plus 5 minus square root of x minus 3. That would just be a mess. Whoosh. And we wouldn't actually get rid of all the radicals. The objective is to get rid of all the radicals. So what do we do? Good question. We should add one of these radicals to both sides to separate them. We got square root of x plus 5 over here equals 2 plus square root of x minus 3 over here. Okay. Now what do we do? Well, I guess we have to square it. But that what I just warned us about is what's going to happen over here anyway. So maybe it would have been fine to just do it from the beginning too. But oh well, maybe this will be easier. Square this and you get x plus 5. That was easy. This, however, 2 plus square root of x minus 3. Got to remember to do that. You got to FOIL it out when you do that. That's what that squared means. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 2 times square root of x minus 3 plus 2 times square root of x minus 3 plus x minus 3. Okay. These are actually like terms, so we can actually combine them. Isn't that fun? So x plus 5 stays the same, equals 4, right? 4 minus 3. Let's combine those like terms as well while we're at it. Just 1 plus x plus 2 times the square root. No, not. It's 2 plus 2. So it would be 4 times the square root of x minus 3. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Minus x minus 1 to both sides, right? Minus 1 minus x. What the? We're left with just 4 over here. Equals 4 square root of x minus 3. Divide both sides by 4. We get 1 equals square root of x minus 3. And now we square both sides again. So x minus 3 equals 1. Plus 4. What am I doing? Plus 3 to both sides. And we get 4. X equals 4. Okay, check that answer, see if that works. 4 plus 5 is 9, right? Square root of 9 is 3 minus 4 minus 3 is 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. So, yeah, x equals 4. I wonder if we did it the other way, would we still get the same answer? Let's try it out of curiosity. All that work. Remember, x equals 4. Okay. Square both sides again. We're going to FOIL it out to itself, right? So we're going to end up with x plus 5 minus square root of x plus 5 times the square root of x minus 3 twice. Just go ahead and combine like terms right now. Plus x minus 3 is going to multiply by itself equals 4. Whew. Huh. I guess it was easier doing it that first way. Combine like terms, we get 5 minus 3 is 2, x plus x is 2x plus 2, and we have negative 2 square root of x plus 5 times x minus 3. Huh. Don't forget that's a plus there. Because of my bad planning ahead. I might mess myself up. Minus 2x both sides. Minus 2 as well. Do 2 steps at once, why not? Negative 2 square root of... Let's just FOIL this out. X squared minus 3x plus 5x minus 15 equals negative 2x plus 2. Because that got rid of that, and that combined with the plus 4 is plus 2. Okay. Divide by negative 2. We're left with square root of... Actually, we might as well just leave it in factored form because we're going to have to factor it out anyways to solve the equation, right? So we're left with x minus 1 over there. Guess what? We're going to square both sides again. So we're left with x plus 5 times x minus 3 equals x squared minus 2x plus 1. Wow. I could FOIL this out and then combine like terms again. So what was it? Maybe it was an advantage to leave it like this. X squared plus 2x minus 15. Subtract x squared from both sides. Those both cancel out. That was easy. Subtract 2x from both sides. Ooh. That didn't change much. Subtract 1 from both sides. We get negative 16 equals negative 4x divided by negative 4 divided by negative 4. And we get x equals positive 4. So either way, it works.